We are now 24 hours away from knowing if XRP is about to go absolutely parabolic and repeat this significant pattern or not. But also, we are 24 hours away from a very significant event for XRP as well. And in this video, we are going to be addressing this. And I know what you guys are already thinking. Nick, come on, you know that this is clickbait. Nothing's going to happen in the next 24 hours. I'm going to go over this in depth and really kind of share with you guys my overall thoughts and prove to you why the next 24 hours is actually critical for XRP and why I think that XRP is about to go crazy, especially on the overall chart. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. And also, if you guys are not in the free Discord at this current point in time, you should be. There's going to be a link at the top of the description below. Join the free Discord. There's over 8,500 plus additional members in there, and you guys won't regret it. There's a ton of great, content in there, free information, valuable information as well. So, guys, join it. There's going to be a link down in the description below, as well as in the comments section as well, pinned at the top. Now, with that in mind, this is what we are looking at currently. While I'm recording this, is roughly 5 a.m. in the morning. And as we really look at what's going on right now, there is still a lot of great gains across the board when it comes to altcoins. It has been a very exciting 30 days, obviously, as you guys can probably tell here. I mean, we're still seeing some very solid gains here. But the big question is XRP's run about to continue, or are we going to have a deeper pullback? And everyone wants to know the answer to that. Now, I did make a video last night talking about, the overall XRP chart, and I'm not going to talk about the XRP chart significantly in this video. I'm actually going to be talking about things that are supporting XRP's upward move here. But the big thing is, and I want everyone to realize this, is that XRP is already technically in price discovery if we're going off of just market cap alone. That's right, XRP is actually trading at its all-time high market cap, and it is in technically price discovery. Now, we're just waiting for the overall chart to actually also keep up with this because, overall, we're still not yet in price discovery when it comes to the overall price chart. So that's what we're actually waiting for. And by the way, same pattern here on XRP where we already wicked to about $2.90, the same exact wick back here from 2017. Now, the next monthly candle took us to roughly, $3.80 some cents. The big question is, are we going to repeat that same pattern? Well, that is the big question in the room, and everyone, thinks that they know the answer, but we really don't know until the price action is there on the chart. But there is a lot of signs that are pointing to us actually having another significant run up, and I do think that this next run is actually going to break over the all-time high and go into price discovery to $4+. But let's talk about this over here, right? We still have heavy discussions coming in around XRP and a lot of social media postings from accounts like Wall Street Bets, for an example, that have over 800,000 plus followers. The overall social media attention for XRP is still at all-time highs, and the interest around XRP is only going to continue from here on out, especially with a lot more catalyst in place for XRP. Now, if we're looking at the overall chart, here we have 5 days, okay? 5 days is the key. Back here, November 23rd, all the way through November 28th, this took 5 days. The 6th day was when we had the significant breakout, but the 5-day period started the overall price action move to break out and actually go parabolic yet again. Same exact thing here, going all the way back to November 16th, all the way through November 21st, when, the 6th day, boom, breakout. The big question is, are we about to continue this? Because right now we are trading just under $2.50. The 6th day, aka December 8th, 24 hours away, could technically be the big area of interest for us to actually start that big breakout to the upside. The 6th day on this overall chart would be the 9th, but the reason why I'm putting a spotlight on the 8th is because this is the 5th day where the pump actually begins, which this could very well be the candle that actually allows us to break over $2.50, retesting 272, which is major resistance, and ultimately having that continuation happening into the 9th aka the new week. We have a new week coming up. Everything starts to change a little bit. We have major, financial updates as well. Stock markets reopen. And again, the overall market is definitely persuaded by what the stock market has been doing. We've been following it very closely. So the big question is, are we about to witness some significant moves if this pattern repeats? Well, I do think that, this pattern so far has been looking very good for us to actually repeat. Overall, when we look at the current chart setup versus, November 23rd all the way through roughly like the 27th and even the 28th, it looks just like a very similar pattern where we are ranging sideways. Even if we, drop it down to lower time frames, again, it's very clear here. The overall chart setup is still very, very similar. So I am going to be watching this closely. I'm going to be watching it closely going into, Sunday, going into Monday. And even, other individuals like Waters Above is also noticing this, right? Every 5 days. It's a 5-day consolidation pattern. And this is when XRP will attempt to break out next. And I do think that XRP, even right now, is actually attempting to break out. We had that retest of $2.50. I actually think that it happened live while I was recording the video last night for midnight. And even today, it looks as though it is still trying to fight back against that resistance. I am definitely going to be watching it closely. But, even if we look at the 5th day here, which, would be technically tomorrow, right? As we really look at what is going on here for XRP, we're pretty much at that same point in time where this is the red candle. It's fighting resistance. The next candle, which is the 6th day, is the big breakout. So I'm watching for Sunday. Sunday is the big key. December 8th is the big key. And on top of this, right, we have some very bullish news around XRP already. In fact, a lot of companies are now starting to purchase XRP, and they are starting to put it also on their balance sheet. This is the BC Bud Co. They announced the decision to purchase $178,000 worth of XRP to provide a return for shareholders. The company is a publicly traded cannabis company, penny stock. This is actually from Wrath of Kahneman. Big shout out to him. But this is very interesting that they are now starting to, allocate some of their overall company funds to XRP. Now, I thought that this was going to end here, but we actually have this one. And this is actually a very big update. Interesting follow-up to the BC Bud story. Now, a small NASDAQ company is talking about holding XRP in their treasury. They intend to invest $5 million into Bitcoin and XRP. The CEO is personally invested in XRP. So, very interesting news coming out around XRP. I do think that as we really look at the overall space around crypto, it is starting to grow significantly where, these companies do want to add certain projects to their balance sheets. They feel as though, the long-term path here is going to only continue to grow. Crypto is only going to continue to prosper. So it just makes sense to add it to their overall treasury, add it to their, balance sheets, etc. Now, what about RLUSD? Because these are catalysts, right? Everything that we're talking about is catalyst. RLUSD wasn't going to launch on the 4th, but the thing that everyone is missing here is the fact that they're still in discussions with the New York Department of Financial Services on final approval. Now, the big thing about this is we probably don't get the stablecoin launch this year. It probably happens in 2025. We don't know, right? We don't know when this is exactly going to happen. I would love for this to happen before the end of the year, but even David Schwartz did recently say that it's probably going to happen next year. Again, that's his words, not mine. We don't know what's going to happen with this, but the good news is that they are still fully in conversation with the New York Department of Financial Services. They're in conversation. They are planning this. They are still working with them. They're trying to push forward. They're trying to get this out as fast as possible. So that is the good news around this. But also, when we think about XRP, what comes to mind? It's the 60 Minutes interview. Everyone was asking me about the 60 Minutes interview. This goes back to my live stream from just the other day. And we do have news regarding this. We actually have here Ripple CEO to discuss crypto regulation on 60 Minutes. And this is actually going to be happening on December 8th. Why is that important? Well, again, let's go back to this chart. So from the initial area, I mean, even if we're going off of this area, but I'm actually going off the initial area where we found resistance, 5 days would be Saturday, December 7th, aka today. I know that this chart is a little bit behind. I'm not too sure why, but the 6th day would be Sunday, December 8th. And why is that important? Well, let's look at the 6th day on almost all of these charts, right? The 6th day on all of these areas where we actually start to move, right? And actually, this is a little bit off, but every single time that we look at the 6th day, we're already pumping, right? It's already a very significant move. So if we're talking about the fifth day being the start of the impulsive move, that would be today. But going into tomorrow would be the much larger expansion to the upside. And if we're thinking about that, all right, and if Brad Garlinghouse is going to be on 60 Minutes, could this provide a lot more price action to the upside? It definitely could. Now, am I very bullish on 60 Minutes? Not exactly, right? 60 Minutes is known to provide hit pieces on a lot of their, discussions. It is mainstream media. It is a media company that has been really it's legacy media, right? So they might spin this in a way where they actually attack, not support Ripple. They might say, the SEC has been going after them for fraud, this, that, whatever. It might just be a hit piece. We don't know exactly what's going to happen here. But I do think that there's going to most likely be a lot of buying into this event because, again, a lot of people will just buy into the news. And then, of course, they will sell once it does happen. We don't know what's going to happen. But, Brad Garlinghouse did say, and it's official, the interview I gave with 60 Minutes about crypto's fight for regulatory clarity in the U.S. will air live this Sunday, December 8th, and available here afterwards. Now, here we actually have from 60 Minutes, rarely in American politics has a new industry spent so much money with such apparent impact as the cryptocurrency business did in the last election. This Sunday, Margaret Brennan reports on the industry's hopes for the new pro-crypto administration. Check it out.
Crypto for all of us.
Brad Garlinghouse's cryptocurrency company and two others contributed $144 million to support pro-crypto Republicans and Democrats running for Congress. 85% won.
It's incredible.
So, in your mind, is the message for any lawmaker looking to run for office that they have to take your industry seriously, fear your industry?
Crypto.
So there was the question, right? And what I find very interesting about this is that when you really look at some of the quotes in this video, for an example, if we skip a little bit ahead, right, here we have the quote. Gary Gensler was a professor at MIT when the Trump administration's SEC brought charges against Ripple. For years, the SEC has, on a bipartisan basis, supported compliance with the securities laws. Any amount spent by the crypto industry on legal defense or influence peddling pales in comparison to the savings lost by crypto investors to frauds and failures. Now, this is 60 Minutes highlighting this. This is why I said, just be cautious here, thinking that 60 Minutes is going to be pro, Ripple, pro XRP, and fully support this. We actually have here from Brad Garlinghouse. Sounds like the SEC intern who wrote this statement's heart just isn't in it. Don't worry, the people the SEC purports to protect have made the facts clear and highlighted the agency's hypocrisy. And even from the CIO of Bitwise, he said regulators spent 4 years trying to shut down crypto. Crypto responded by winning in court, Grayscale, Ripple, Coinbase, Tornado Cash, etc. Winning at the ballot box, President, Congress, etc. The media wants to portray crypto's political efforts in a negative light. It's actually how democracy works. If you face what you think is an inappropriate regulation, your only possible responses are the ones listed above. So as we think about this, right? Yeah, legacy media like 60 Minutes might actually start to twist this a little bit. I'm hoping that they don't, but it is what it is. Now, a lot of people have been saying this feels very similar to 2017, 2018, where we had, Ripple on CNBC. They were, talking about how to buy XRP. I don't necessarily think that that is the case. I do think, though, that this will be, a spotlight put on Ripple, put on XRP. A lot of people might be looking into XRP after the case. But the overall thing that I'm really kind of focused on right now is just how similar this price action looks, right? And I do think that XRP is probably going to range a little bit here before that big breakout, but it is brewing. I just want you guys to understand that this is brewing right now. Are we going to follow the same 5-day pattern, right? Are we going to follow this 5-day pattern where, basically on the 5th day after we are already started to have a nice little move in the market, are we going to continue this pattern where we pump on Sunday? Is it going to happen? I want to ask all of you, do you think that we are 24 hours away from this move printing on this chart and the pattern repeating? Because so far it has repeated twice. Is the third time the charm or not? The breakout should be between today and tomorrow. If that is the case, by Monday, we should be trading well above $2.70 if it is the case. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, though. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.